Hyundai has definitely kicked it up a notch with the new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe in the XRT trim. Guys, redesigned but XRT, meaning the off-road trim in the Santa Fe lineup. And we're going to be talking about things like those mud terrain tires on this XRT and the increased ground clearance, and along with the exterior element changes, also the interior and specs on this exact car in this video. Here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu, we ask that you tap that like button and subscribe to our channel before we even talk about this car, because it helps put bread on our tables. Keep watching, stay tuned. We're dropping that MSRP sticker, and we're going to also be talking price if you're in the market for these. Check out our other videos because we're dropping different trim levels of the Santa Fe at Vagabond Builds. Thank you so much to Roseville Hyundai here in Roseville, California for dropping or giving us this Santa Fe for this review walk around video. Guys, now let's go ahead and stop wasting your time and dive into this video with talking 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe XRT. So let's dive in real quick and talk about specs and what do we get under the hood of the 2024 new redesigned Santa Fe in the XRT trim. Now, I have to mention you have 5 trims, guys. You have an SE, SEL, XRT, limited in the calligraphy, okay? But you have 2 drivetrain options in the Santa Fe. You have the 2.5 liter turbocharged engine paired together with the 8-speed dual clutch transmission with paddle shifters. Now, that's if you're getting the 2.5 liter. If you want hybrid, you get 3 trims in SEL, limited in calligraphy, that comes together with a 1.6 liter turbocharged hybrid engine paired together with a 6-speed automatic transmission, okay? So those are your 2 options, but in this exact video, you're looking at a 2.5 liter turbocharged engine that comes with the 8-speed dual clutch, pushing 277 horsepower and 311 pounds-feet of torque. A little bit about the MPG for the people who would like to know. 19 city, 26 highway, and the 22 combined, which is a very big difference from the hybrid. Check out our other video with regards to the hybrid review. 17.7 gallon gas tank size. So let's talk dimensions. Now, pulling away from the car, we're going to show you guys length, width, and height. 195 inches in length, 75 inches in width, and 70 inches in height, with 110-inch wheelbase and 9.6 inch ground clearance. When properly equipped, this exact car in this video is full 4,500 pounds of towing capacity. If you do not have that trailer brake system that you're going to see in this video, you get about 3,500 pounds on the 2.5 liter. But if you do not have the 2.5 liter or the trailer brake system, you're getting about 1,650 pounds of towing capacity, okay? So a lot of numbers, sorry for my mistakes. But before I close this hood also, I wanna show you guys, around this car, you're gonna be seeing some pretty cool intricate things or little quirks. Is here on top of the headlight system, you kind of have that diamond look design. Now let's go ahead and drop this hood and talk new design. So we're getting the feel of this exterior coming in from Land Rover. Honestly, it's like a design. I honestly think it's a little mini cheap Land Rover. This does come HTRAC All Wheel Drive in this video, but you have the option of doing the front wheel drive standard. If you ask me, best advice I could give you is get the HTRAC All Wheel Drive system. Just when you need it, it's nice to have it, okay? Of course, it's gonna affect your MPG, but hey, it's your decision at the end of the day. Let's talk exterior paint color. This is the black pearl metallic on the exterior paint color. A little bit dusty in this video. Hopefully you guys can see that clearly. Talk headlights, LED headlights in the front and in the rear. Pretty cool. We left the hazards on so you guys get an idea of what it looks like. H for the Hyundai. Also, because it's XRT, you're going to see some blacked out elements. And what do I mean by that? Instead of the hyper silver little trim rectangular pieces, this comes with a black chrome, okay? You have a light bar that goes across, active air shutters in the mid area of the front end, dropping down, also active air shutters back there for that wind flow and maximizing that airflow. Finishing off that lower front end with that kind of matte gray trim piece. Coming over to the side, you have an active air vent for that brake system getting some cooling for that brake system. Now that we're over to the side, I want you guys to just kind of take a moment and look at what this thing looks like. Do you guys agree? Literally, answer this question in the comment section below. Do you guys agree? Is this a mini Land Rover? This car is coming in at around $42,000 and some change. Yes, you're going to be paying a whole lot more for that Land Rover, but what do you think? You get the HTRAC All Wheel Drive, the locker system in this car. You're getting the terrain tires, the Continental Traction Plus technology tires coming in at a 245, 60, 18. It is just a great look for about $43,000. Suspension system, front McPherson shock spring strut suspension. The nice big plastic wheel well trim. Santa Fe integrated on that kind of little bezel on top of that fender. Side mirror does come blind spot assist, has integrated blinker lighting. You do not have the 360 panoramic camera on this XRT, but the higher trims will, like limited calligraphy. Proximity key system, so it is a keyless fob entry. You have that, very cool. Let's go ahead and open that door, show you guys how much room you guys have coming into this car. A lot of room in the front and in the rear, okay? A lot of mid-size SUVs. I have to mention that you don't have this much room coming into a mid-size SUV, okay? This is a 3-row, which is pretty cool. You're also getting that maximized space on this. Another place where we're going to see that kind of resembles the Land Rover Defender is here, where you get that utility plate if you want to set your skis down, or I don't know, tools or hiking poles or whatnot. This here is a glass, okay? So don't let that fool you. This is glass, but this is part metal, okay? And then you come, or plastic, and then you come over to the rear glass. Again, Defender, hey, I might be wrong, hate to mention it, but hey, you might get tired, but don't get tired because it literally is a Defender. Up top, roof rails, and because XRT also, you get a moonroof that I'm going to show you guys clearly in the front. Coming over to the back, this is where we're going to see a nice upgrade to as well. Again, boxier look, completely different. This kind of gives me the Korean Moore vibe here. Up top, spoiler with the LED brake lighting. Windshield wiper is under that spoiler, privacy glass, dropping down to the black exterior Santa Fe stamp, all right, or the emblems. Going further lower on the rear end, you're getting the LED brake lights, again in the H. Kind of reminds me of the Hummer. The Hummers have the H theme, letting you know that it's a Hummer. Same thing with the Hyundai. So I don't know, maybe they're picking a little bit here, a little bit there, and they're dropping it on this Santa Fe. Matte black plastic finish, bumper sensors going across, backup or rear backup lights. Tip exhaust here. On the lower trims, you won't have this tip, okay? You'll have just kind of a simplified tucked away tip like on the hybrids. XRT emblem with the HTRAC All Wheel Drive. Let's go ahead and pop open this tailgate. Let's go ahead and talk cargo now. So you got 3 rows here. Now, if you pop all 3 rows up, which this is what it's going to look like. You're getting about 14 cubic feet of space with all 3 rows up. If we go ahead and drop the 3rd row, you're maximizing to 41 cubic feet of space. And if you drop the 2nd row by this little control panel here, which another thing that's nice is you get electric control panels for $43,000. You're getting a lot of bells and whistles. Maximizes your space up to 80 cubic feet of space. Great for camping, snowboarding, skiing, whatnot. You can put a lot back here, groceries, 2x4s. Tire situation, your spare tire is under the car on this Santa Fe XRT. The hybrids don't get the spare tires. On the left-hand side, you get a 12-volt outlet, 180 watt with a little cubby. Now that we're pretty much done talking about specs, exterior, and cargo, dropping some information, let's go ahead and now show you guys the redesigned interior on the Santa Fe. So now let's bring the interior to you of the 2024 Santa Fe and get a load of this interior in the XRT. This is just a great look with the H-Tex wrapping on the seats, perforated look, XRT stamped inside that H-Tex material. Just phenomenal look with the silver and the black, with the full tech screens. Now, one thing I have to say, Hyundai kicked it up a notch. Why? because they're putting like top tech in their cars. 12.3-inch infotainment screen, 12.3 inches cluster. But let's go ahead and bring this interior to you guys, starting with the driver door panel. So some hyper silver inlay trims, some design there on that darker gray inlay trim, HTRAC armrest cover with the control units for your windows and your side mirrors, dropping down for some more space there. On the left hand side of the manual steering column, you have a few buttons, parking brake buttons, your lighting button for your dashboard, your tailgate lift button, and this is where you're going to see your trailer brake system is towing there, okay? If you have the trailer brake system, you're going to have 4,500 pounds of towing capacity, and then right over that's traction control. Steering wheel can control that cluster from the right and the left. Let me go ahead and show you guys. You have the info card by using this little wheel. And then you could also go right and left between compass, your lane assist, tire pressures, and so forth. Okay. You could change the colors of those little gauges there, but you can't really change the theme. The theme is set there. All right. Levers for your windshield wipers on the right, lighting system on the left, paddle shifters right before that, for that 8-speed dual clutch transmission if you feel like going into sport mode. And the way you would change your drive modes is from this lever here that's going to show on your front cluster. You get one extra drive mode in the XRT, normal, sport, my drive, or the standard 3. And then you're going to have the snow because yes, the off-road theme to the car itself. 12.3-inch infotainment screen. Now I know it's a dark screen, so it might be a little bit hard for you guys to see that in the video, but it is a split screen. The touch sensitive screen is very responsive. Loving that interface, and they upgraded that interface from the older style to this new style. I'm going to show you guys what the navigation looks like, and this is what a light screen will look like. Phenomenal 12.3 inches. Let's go back home. We're going to show you guys that back camera. Loving the tech on the camera. I'm feeling for $43,000, dude, you're getting so much car for your dollar. I have to keep mentioning that. And then I'm going to also show you setup, vehicle, driver assistance, instant tech, bells and whistles, driver convenience, driver safety, driver attention warning. You can change your climate, your lighting systems, how many flashes you want, your blinkers, digital keys, all that stuff. You could also swipe this down, turn display off, navigation guidance, and so much quirky and feature. Now, if you go ahead and shoot over to Roseville Hyundai, they have guys that'll take their time and spend the ins and outs. Dual climate control, 6.6-inch digital screen for that dual climate control. Hard buttons for that infotainment screen. Let's go ahead and show you guys how that works. I go home, go to map, and you continue forward with the hard button as well, not just touch sensitive. Lower than that, you get a few buttons, parking sensor brake button, you get your camera button, hill decline assist, engine on off button, 4-wheel drive lock. This is what you're gonna be wanting that XRT for, because when you're off-roading, auto hold button. Continuing forward, there's just so much. USB-C plugins, a wireless charging pad, higher trims will get a dual charging pad, very nice big deep cup holders, the new key to the 2024 Santa Fe, cubby room with a removable tray, and look at all that cubby room that you get down there. Pop that. Now, the way to control these seats. The driver's seat, electric controlled. The passenger seat, manual controlled with everything else. In front of that passenger seat, you have a lever here, very cool design, dropping down that glove compartment, more space for your phones, chapsticks, things of that sort, and then a second glove compartment right over that. Very sleek, contemporary, modern design on that air vents and trim work. Up top, because XRT, you get that moonroof, tilt and slide moonroof option, and in front of that, you get the touch-sensitive True Light LED lighting. That turns on. Maybe you can see it reflecting off my hand. Loving the color of the lighting. Now that we're pretty much done with the front side, let's go ahead and show you second and third row seating. So before we even start talking about the second and third row seating, everybody, I have to mention that my height is about 6 feet 2 inches. So you can relate the space to my height and about how much space you're going to have from second to third row seating. Now, leg room is there. Headroom is there. There's no talks about it from the second row. I'm going to show you guys also the third row. But before we go over to the third row, I want to show you guys a little bit about the second row. Now, you have the options of getting captain chairs, and I'm sure in the higher trims you're going to have the captain chairs, but you get the bench in this XRT. Armrest with your nice big cup holders. Shout out to Hyundai for that as well, because they put huge cup holders on their armrest. This is a 40%er seating on the passenger, a 60%er on the driver's side. You cannot make this a 20%er, okay? Perforated HTRAC material wrapping these seats in the back as well. And the way to control these seats, you have a manual lever down here to move it forward and back. You have a manual lever here to control the angle on that backrest. Okay, and then a button there for bunny hopping this seat forward for your third row passengers to get in and out of the car. And if you have third row passengers wanting to just bunny hop this seat, you have a button here up as well, and that's for both sides of the bench. In front of the bench, we have hard back plates on the front of the on the back of the front seats, personal pocket or cubby rooms, pockets for personal belongings, USB-C plugins, and a pretty cool feature to open that center console to get to what you need here in the center of the car or in the interior, and then a slide out cubby room. What's super cool about that as well is if I go ahead and pop this, I could actually remove that tray and maximize more space for that tray all the way back there. A lot of room there, everybody, okay? Now let's go ahead and finish up with this second row seating and shoot over to the third row seating. Now, I'm going to bunny hop this seat forward because this bench is centered, okay? So this is gonna be your most ideal position. The reason I say that is because I wanna show you guys a space test of the third row seating, okay? Now, remember, 6 feet 2 inches is what I am, and you have some legroom back here, I have to mention, okay? For a 3-row mid-size SUV at around $43,000, being more affordable, of course, than the Land Rover, that you're getting a lot of car for your money in this car. I have to say, like, I'm tempted to even buy this car. I just don't have the money, of course, because I'm too poor, because you're not liking and subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. So do that, like and subscribe. On the right-hand side of the third row bench, you have some things going on. You have dual cup holders, all right, on both sides. The air vents and a tri-zone climate control. That is pretty different. You don't have it on the second row seating, but you have it in the third row seating. Rear AC climate and a AC 115 volt inverter. If you want to bring an air fryer and cook yourself some zucchini, you can do that as well, all right? But guys, as promised, here is the MSRP sticker to this XRT. But I want to mention to you guys, check out our other videos with regards to the Santa Fe. We did a hybrid walk-around review video. Check that out. If you're in the market, let us know what you think. Comments, questions, concerns, leave in the comment section below. We'll try to get back to you guys as best as possible, guys. Thank you. Keep watching Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. God bless you.